Monday, and it's my first video in a very long time, and I want to, first off, for those of you that have been following me, I want to apologize for just kind of dropping off in the middle of, in the beginning, because 10 months ago I made this really exciting unboxing video for the program I was going to be starting, and then it kind of disappeared, and I didn't intentionally do that. I started doing the program and decided I wanted to really focus on that and not feel overwhelmed, because that's what I was starting to feel like. I was like, oh, I've got this, and I got to do the YouTube, and normally it probably should have just been a no problem kind of thing, but for some reason I seemed overwhelmed by it. So I decided not to do videos and just focus on the program, and and that's what I've been doing. In physical aspects, I haven't really changed very much, but everything else I changed a whole lot. I changed mentally and emotionally. I changed a lot in the last 10 months. I've learned a lot in the last 10 months, and I think in a sense that is a good thing, because now I can bring that to you. I still have a long way to go, definitely, but I'm really, really happy with the progress that I've made, at least in that aspect of it. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about, because I didn't really go into too much about the program, so I'm going to tell you about it. And yes, I am still doing it. Where I went was I was focusing on that, and then yes, I'm still doing the program. I actually did stop and do a month of one of their other programs that Beachbody has called Country Heat, and that was a lot of fun, but I really love the weight training aspects of 21 Day Fix. So even though Country Heat was fun, I did go back to 21 Day Fix, and I've been doing that. I've done like 6 rounds of it off and on, because there's been times where I've gotten sick or I have an injury, or ups and downs, your normal stuff. But there's so much that goes into the process, and that is part of why I'm really happy with the program, even though I'm not exactly been working it the way I should be. It's not the program, it's me. And so I want to kind of go back and tell you guys about how I found out about it. I know that Beachbody's been around for a while. It started off with P90X, and I know a lot of the old veteran YouTube weight loss community some of them were doing P90X, but at that time I was like, oh, that's not for me. That's way above where I'm at, because a lot of the people that were doing it were already closer to their goals. Excuse me, I have this tickle in my throat today. And so I just didn't go any further with it. So I didn't ask about it, because I just thought it was out of my league. And pretty much for the last, I would say, 7-8 years since I started YouTube, I was just winging it, and didn't really have a very set plan. And right before I met my coach, I decided that that's what I wanted. I wanted something structured. I wanted something that told me, this is what you have to do every day for your workouts. This is what you're going to do to eat. But I wanted it to be something I could live with. I wanted a nutrition plan with a little bit of flexibility. I've tried the no carbs. I've tried the detoxes. I've tried Weight Watchers, everything I've tried, and it just wasn't working for me. And when I met my coach, I had no idea he was even a part of Beachbody at first. He just had the 7-day boot camp. I did that with him. And then his wife had another 7-day challenge, which at that point, they introduced me to Shakeology, and that's when I discovered they were Beachbody coaches. So they weren't hiding it from me. They just weren't shoving it down my throat either. They weren't like, oh, I'm a Beachbody coach, and I'm going to get you to join. And so, and it was exactly what I wanted. It was exactly what I've been looking for. The nutrition plan is easy. It's not easy, because you still have to cut out a lot of stuff that you were eating before, but it's easy in the sense that I don't have to count anything. All I have to do is measure stuff in a container. I know how many containers I'm supposed to have every day, and I do that, and I'm done. It's It's a lot simpler. Um, so I lost train of thought. Sorry. So anyway, I was really, really happy when I discovered this because it was exactly what I wanted. And I'm really grateful for my coach. I know I drive him crazy because we have been doing this for 10 months and I haven't really gotten as far as I should have physically. And then there's a lot of things I still have to work in. Like I'm not getting all of my water in. I'm not getting, my biggest issue with this whole weight loss journey is that I don't eat enough. And so, I'm going to do a separate video, and really I will do a separate video, I promise, to show you the containers and how it works and all that kind of stuff. When I fought the idea of using the containers. I was still using the eating plan, eating the foods I'm supposed to eat, and kind of eyeballing the measurements. It wasn't until a few months ago that I was like, okay, I really need to start using the containers because I'm probably not eating enough. And when you look at the containers, and I know a lot of people that have been on this program say the same thing in their videos, you look at them and you're like, there's no way I'm going to survive off of these measurements. There's just no way. And I felt the same way. I saw them and I'm like, oh Lord, I'm like, this is all the carbs I get? Seriously? Like, because I'm big on pasta and rice and, you know. So I started using the containers and I was surprised that it's actually more food than I'm used to eating. And so I have to break it down because if I leave too many containers at the end of the day, it's too much to eat and then I don't eat it all, and then of course I don't get the nutrients and the proteins and all that kind of stuff that I need. So I'm gonna work on that, and that's part of why I decided to come back to YouTube. Was I felt ready. And then a friend of mine was going to be joining and starting her YouTube channel. So I thought, well, it's a perfect time. And she got me excited about it. And we started talking about all these different ideas that we wanted to do. So it kind of brought light back up and the excitement of being creative again. And then I also was determined that I wanted to really be serious about using the program the way it's supposed to be used and following it as closely as possible. I'm not going to be perfect, but I am going to try harder than I have been in the past. And I think it's kind of a challenge to myself. I want to see how I do the next 21 days, and see if it's just, if it was just me or if there's something else I have to tweak. So I'm going to follow the program the way it is. And if I still feel like, and I've done 90% of the time I was good and I ate all the foods I'm supposed to eat and I ate everything. I drank my water, I drank my shake, I did my workouts. If at the end of 21 days I'm still not seeing a change, then I know I have to tweak something. And then I'll figure out what I'm going to do to do that. And then I'll do it another 21 days with that tweak and see what happens. Because there have been times where I'm like, I feel like I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing. So I'm not sure why I'm not, because I'm seeing definition. I lost a pant size, so I'm definitely changing, but my measurements aren't showing that. And that will be a part of this video. I'm going to give you this isn't easy, but I'm going to give you a before pic and my measurements and my weight. And then I'm going to weigh in once a month. I'm going to check in once a week with you guys, let you know how my week was, what I learned, what I discovered, but my weigh-ins are only going to be once a month. The reason for that is a couple of things. When I decided to come back to YouTube, I went and I looked at some of my old videos. I had them all private, and I noticed a trend in a lot of them. One, they were constantly negative. Two, they were the same old story over and over again. I don't know what's wrong. I'm not sure I didn't do my workout, and I didn't drink my water, and I kind of cheated. It was the same old thing over and over again, and I got really, really angry at myself about it, and I made a video of my venting, but I cursed a lot in it, and it was just negative. And so I decided I'm not going to post that because I don't want this new beginning to start off on a negative foot. So basically, I watched those videos. I got really, really angry, and I realized how much I had grown in the last 10 months, what I had learned, what I have been implementing, and that just that itself. And this is why I started this whole channel. I wanted to be able to look back at not only my physical progress, but my mental and my emotional progress. And I was definitely, I definitely saw a change. So, I had another thought and it went phew. I was talking about the videos. Oh, so I decided to make them public again because why hide that? I mean, it is what it is. That's the whole thing. I'm hiding. I hid them when I first started back 10 months ago because I wanted a new fresh start without having to start a whole new channel, because I've seen people do that and I just think that's not real. I'm going to pretend this never existed and I'm going to go over here and start a whole new like persona almost. And I didn't want to do that. I just wanted to start fresh without all the back stuff because I was embarrassed and I was ashamed of it. And now I'm just like, that's part of the punishment in a sense. Like, everybody's gonna be able to go look back and see where I was, and now look at me now. Now look at me now. Anyway, this is like, I had this video already recorded and it was ready to go, and I was about to go edit it and it wasn't there because I recorded it on a computer and not on my camera. So hopefully this will stay with me until I'm done. Anyway, so I am going to share with you once a week how my weeks are going. This new round, which is, I'm considering my first round of 21 Day Fix for YouTube purposes, I'm going to do the way I did it the first time, which is 7 days, the full 21 days. Basically, there's no rest day. And I did that the first round. I actually worked out for 21 days straight, and I've never done that. And it was the most I've worked out probably all of my life. Since I've started doing Beachbody in the program, I've actually worked out a lot more than I have. I was spending money on a gym because when I first started thinking I needed something structured, I got another gym membership and I got a trainer, and I thought that was going to be the answer, and it wasn't. And I just spent a lot of money on something I wasn't using. And so I stopped. And I still kept it though, even up until I think last month, when I finally said, this is ridiculous. I haven't walked into that gym in almost a year, and I'm paying them $20 a month, where that money could go towards something else that I would enjoy. So I canceled the membership because I don't need it. I've got everything I need here at home. I have my trainer, I have my equipment, which isn't very much as of right now, and that's all I need. Like, I just need a few weights, my mat, which I bought, and that's it. Some space, and my TV. Or my computer, depending on where I'm working out, which is the other thing that's great about this whole thing, is that, excuse me, if you're not at home, you don't have a DVD player or whatever, you can go on Beachbody On Demand, and you can have access to pretty much everything now. They've opened it up. Like, no matter what membership style you have with them, you have all the workouts that ever existed available 24/7 on demand. It's awesome. So I'm not smiling very much, and I don't know why. I got all serious on you guys. So yeah, that's what I've been doing, and I'm really, really happy with it, and I'm very grateful for my coach and my team and my tribe, my pack. We go back and forth and calling each other, calling it a pack or a tribe. But they're there for me, and then they call me out on my stuff, which is something that I feel was lacking, I think, in YouTube in the past. Like, we were all kind of like babying each other, I think, in a way, like, oh, it's okay, and don't be so hard on yourself. And sometimes you really need that tough love, and it's like, dude, what are you doing? Like, you said that last week, and you're messing up. And so, which is what I get. It's what I get from my coach, and from my, even from my tribe. Sometimes they're like, dude, what's going on? What's up? So that is the plan. I'm going to be doing the container system. I did it today, and since I'm doing this at the end of the day, I did pretty well so far. But I'll give you guys a full wrap of the week next Monday. I'll give you guys an update. And there's going to be certain things I'll be doing. I'll be doing, it's going to be a slow start because I want to make sure I get consistent on doing my weekly check-ins and then my monthly weigh-ins. And then I'm going to do little things here and there, like a series on the containers, and to tell you guys more about it, share recipes that I've either have from Beachbody or I've created, easy food prep things that I think it'll help me be more accountable in doing it if I know I'm doing a video for you guys in regards to food prep, because everybody has their different ways of doing it, and it really just, it has to fit your lifestyle. For me, it's not, I can't do all of my meals separated already. I have to just do the bulk of it, and then I make my dish as I need it, and I measure it at that point. We just don't have the space. There's 3 of us living here, and there's just not enough space, so I do it differently. Another person may feel like, nope, they have to separate it out and measure everything out and have it ready, so all they have to do is grab it and they don't have to measure it later. That's fine too. So it can be worked in any way that you need it to work, and that's what I love about it. I'm eating a lot cleaner than I was before. I don't even like the taste of boxed stuff anymore. Canned stuff, not too much either. So it really does, it's a process, and you think in your head, like, there's no way I'm going to be able to give up this, that, and the other thing. But, half the time my roommates will be like, hey, what's the bread situation? And I'm like, I don't know, because very rarely do I have bread too often. Like, I do get whole wheat English muffins, and I'll have a whole grain waffle in the morning, because it does count as a part of my carbs, but I try not to eat too much of it. So, but I'll talk to you guys all about the containers, and I'll show them to you guys, and I'm gonna hopefully do snippets of my workouts here and there so you guys can see what that's all about. If you're interested or you have questions about anything, please shoot them down below. If you want to do it privately, that's fine too. I will also put my email address down in the description, so that if you are curious and you want to do it privately in that manner, you can do it that way. But I'm totally open to questions and about the programs, about Shakeology too. I've been drinking that pretty much every day. There's been a few days that I've missed off and on throughout the 10 months. Again, either because I wasn't feeling good or just I missed it. I try not to miss it. It's 9:15 and I'm still just gonna go make one right now because I didn't get it in today, and I want to make sure I get it in. It has a lot of great superfoods, and it's your daily dose of dense nutrition every day. It's awesome. And it's kind of like having dessert. It's like having a chocolate banana peanut butter shake. Because that's what I put into it. So I'm flashing, and I hope that doesn't mean that this is stopped recording, but I'm going to go for now, and I will talk to you guys all again next Monday. So have a great evening, week. Just have a great one.